Hi, my name's John Mackay, and I'm involved with Rejuvenation for Society of Saint Vincent de Paul. We're here in St. Luke's Parish in Hamilton, speaking to Renato, who is the president of the St. Luke's Conference. And we started with Renato and St. Vincent de Paul here at St. Luke's about 2 years ago. And it's been a great success story, and we thought it might be interesting for others to hear. So, Renato, what inspired you to join St. Vincent de Paul in the first place?
Well, I think I felt mostly a calling about a year before we started here at St. Luke. I had a career in manufacturing. I had other volunteer work underway, but it still felt a need to do something more in our community. And the opportunity came when the Rejuvenation team here in Hamilton came to do a presentation at our parish. And it seemed like a hand fitting into a glove. It seemed perfect for me to volunteer to help out in our community. And that really provided a little bit of inspiration. I also noticed, after COVID, and our congregation numbers went down. We had new families coming into the area, but they didn't know too much about our parish and what we're all about. And I thought this was a perfect way for us to get more involved in the community and show that we're all about love and help. And it's an inspirational thing to do, not just for the parish, but for the whole community.
Yeah, that's great. I remember when we started 2 years ago, and as you said, the Rejuvenation team came here, contacted the priest, who allowed us to speak. And so we spoke at that pulpit back there, and managed to get a few members and get the ball rolling. So maybe you could talk about the journey you went through with your conference from start to where you are today.
Okay, so we signed up about 5 or 6 folks from that initial presentation that you did to the parish. You provided us with an introductory meeting where you met each other and heard a little bit more about St. Vincent de Paul, some of the next steps that we needed to take, and also the process to become members of the St. Vincent de Paul, and some of the steps that we needed to do. It was also very beneficial. You proposed that we link up with a buddy conference, another St. Vincent de Paul that's already established in another parish. And we were invited by that conference to attend their meetings and see how they did things, which answered a lot of questions in my mind of how do you conduct a meeting? What do you try to do? Actual discussions about neighbors in need and how they try to support them. So it was a great process to address how do you get started? How do you go forwards? That was, I think, instrumental in getting us to get started.
Yeah, that's great, dude. We found the buddy conference works well. So you're paired with a conference who's nearby, so they know your location, and you can pair up with treasurer, with secretary, with president, and help each other. And that seems to go a long way to making people more comfortable. And there's no rush. You can take your time when you're ready, just move at your own pace. So that seems to work quite well. So Renato, would you say it was a lot of work for your parish to support St. Vincent de Paul Society?
Well, actually, in some areas, it might actually be less work. We used to have our neighbors in need knock on our doors looking for support. And now that support can be provided with a phone number to our helpline. And we have a whole organization at St. Vincent de Paul to support those neighbors in need. So if anything, it's less work. It's administratively for St. Luke.
And do you have any advice you would give for others starting a new conference?
Yeah, I guess key advice, is to actually be patient. The process of screening to make sure that that our neighbors in need are safe and that information is confidential. It's all very important things. It does take time to get things like police checks done, to come back to the parish if you need more members to do another presentation to communicate about the needs in the community and to get more volunteers. We had to do that as well. So be patient. I mean, for me, I just prayed and knew that God was on my side, and He would eventually take us forwards to do what we needed to do to help our community.
That's great. And the Rejuvenation Committee is here to help. Our idea is to make it as simple as possible, as easy as possible for the parish to start a conference. We'll have all our information under one roof that you can access. We're here to answer any questions or support you in any way. We try really hard to have minimal time for the priests because we know how busy they are. And it's a real team effort, but I think you'll find it would be a really worthwhile experience to start a new conference. So certainly encourage everyone to consider it, and we're here to help.
So our vocation is to go, not just to one parish, not just to one diocese, but all over the world. And do what? To set people's hearts on fire, to do what the Son of God did. He came to set the world on fire in order to inflame it with His love.